Tracy, tonight the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce tells us nobody in Atlanta wins a trade war, and just overnight some small business owners here in Atlanta tell us they're already feeling the financial pain from these tariffs. She Prints It owner Dr. Sheridan Reynolds shared with me this email from a distributor they use from China with the subject, "Key policy changes effective immediately." This came to her inbox after President Trump issued the 54% tariffs on Chinese goods. Reynolds will not have to pay more for shipping, and an $800 duty-free threshold was eliminated. Reynolds said she will have to pay these costs to her customers, and these tariffs hit beyond her business.
It's like a domino effect that all of this may be wiped away over something as simple as a unnecessary argument about goods and tariffs and trade that really impacts the everyday people. It breaks my heart.
And how are these tariffs impacting farmers? The Department of Agriculture here in Georgia says they are hearing from farmers, saying that they're worried not just about tariffs on imports, but also retaliatory tariffs on exports. And we reached out to the Department of Agriculture. The commissioner, Tyler Harper, said he supports President Trump's efforts to negotiate better trade deals, adding, quote, "In the short term, retaliatory tariffs will cause uncertainty for our farmers and producers, and we are working directly with the Trump administration to help ensure our farmers' needs are met." Yes, these tariffs are certainly causing uncertainty for small businesses and farmers, but as you just heard, we're starting to hear about real financial impacts of these tariffs here in Metro Atlanta. In Midtown, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.